Hi folks, this is Mark Kastel with OrganicEye. Earlier today I testified in front of the National Organic Standards Board, and right now I'm going to give you a dramatic presentation of my comments in an unabridged form. We have 3 minutes. I had to cut out a few sentences. When I first testified in front of the NOSB over 20 years ago, we had 5 minutes. And we could have a second 5 minutes with a proxy for another organic stakeholder who hadn't been there or wasn't able to be there. So here goes. Hello, my name is Mark Kastel. I serve as Executive Director of OrganicEye. OrganicEye is a farm policy research group based in Lafarge, Wisconsin. We act as an organic industry watchdog. Why should organics be any different than any other regulatory scheme in Washington? Because we said so. We said so when we helped pass the Organic Foods Production Act of 1990. Why is this board, the National Organic Standards Board, an enabler? Do members suffer from the Stockholm Syndrome? Are participants in the virtual room also testifying just bit players in the organic regulatory theater? Those are the questions to the NOSB, and I asked them, you tell me. Have we betrayed the true owners of the organic label? Up to 20,000 animals on a, quote, organic dairy farm, milked 3 or 4 times a day, not twice a day like on every family farm, with stocking densities effectively as high as 10 or 20 cows per acre in the desert, again, in contrast to family scale farms, 1 cow per acre. Forget about feed the soil, not the plant, the original mantra of the organic nutrient-dense farming movement. You can grow produce in Canada or Holland hydroponically without soil, in liquid fertilizer. And in those countries, it's illegal to label that produce as organic, but you can ship them right here to the United States, and that's fine with the USDA. Profit before principle. Profit before the laws governing organics. Forget about integrity. We have the National Organic Program looking the other way as they audit certifiers, which are accepting millions of dollars from corporate agribusinesses in donations and sponsorships over and above their certification fees. We have literally boatloads of imports coming from countries with endemic levels of commercial fraud and past fraud in organics, coming from farms without organic certification or annual inspection, as every U.S. farm has to go through. And we leave the internal control system for these group certified farms offshore. We leave the details up to the for-profit certifiers and their for-profit agribusinesses to work out what could go wrong. Notice I'm reading from paper, not a teleprompter. Try 0.5% or 1% of U.S. farmland managed organically. That number, no matter the meteoric growth every year in organics, has stayed the same. It never bulges. What makes up the difference? Imports, livestock factories, and fraud. That's what we're eating in organics. Unless we seek out local, I didn't say this in the talk, but seek out local organic food at your farmer's market, at your food co-op, or check the resources, actually check the FAQs on the organiceye.org website for how to locate those very best farmers. So we've had hundreds of organic farmers gone out of business, while the USDA spends tens of millions to recruit and train more fodder. Without market enforcement, they don't have a future. And when will all this crash? When will consumers take over? What are the consequences of not respecting true integrity of organics? So questions. I had asked these questions because these next items were on the NOSB's agenda for the meeting that will take place next week. Asked me about whether we should approve material at sunset review. that the World Health Organization considers a carcinogen, celery powder. If you don't believe the WHO, ask the American Cancer Society. It's celery powder is used as a preservative in processed meats. So you don't have to put synthetic sodium nitrate in. Instead, they grow conventional celery that takes conventional nitrogen from the soil. It's farmed conventionally with copious amounts of nitrogen, synthetic nitrogen. And so the celery is just a nitrogen delivery vehicle. And it's about as cynical as we can get, because the industry is now investing in developing a certified organic celery to take that nitrogen up. So we'll have a certified organic carcinogen. So testing is on the agenda. We suggest that all imports be tested, period. All imports. The costs are inconsequential. The risks are unquestionable. I told the NOSB in questioning that one shipload, bulk shipload coming into this country might equal 40 to 50 U.S. farm production, annual production from 40 or 50 U.S. farms. Thousands of dollars spent on certification fees for those 40 or 50 farms. The cost for testing is inconsequential. Risk-based oversight. OrganicEye has proposed doing away with annual inspections when operations earn it. Inspect every 5 years instead of by greenhorns, by seasoned veteran agriculturalists and forensic accountants to review the books. This would free up resources for more aggressive residue testing and spot inspections. So you're not off the hook if you don't get inspected every year, but we'd have a higher level of competency. We are not catching people right now through the annual inspections. OrganicEye is catching fraud. Tipsters are coming forward. Competitors are ratting out fraud, but it's not happening through the busy work that we're spending millions of dollars of tax money on, and organic farmers and businesses are equally spending millions on. Synthetic compounds in compost. They want to start permitting biodegradable food containers, which include all kinds of synthetic materials in compost that can be used as fertilizer for organics. No way. Give me a break. We know that some plants are very adept at uptaking toxic compounds from the soil. These materials become part of the tissue of the plants. What do you want to feed your children? I'm asking NOSB members. What does the organic label mean? And then I answered those few questions that I interjected here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for following us on Facebook. Please share our Facebook page with your friends and family, people who care about justice for family farmers, people who care about the authenticity and safety of our food supply. Thank you.